All right, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing this morning? Let me bump this mic up a little bit. I am a little bit sick. My audio is all over the place, but we're here. We are in game, logging in. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday morning, a nice brisk 5:26 in the morning, and I'm tired, but we're doing the thing. All right. A Titanic voyage. We're probably not doing that one, boys. The Spider's Lair. I did the Orine pistol in the end, by the way. I was asking you the other day whether I should do Orine pistol or Hope. Well, that's cool that you did the Orine pistol. I think that's the one that I recommended, right? Because then you could work towards the facet of Boundless Light. It's also cheaper, I believe. Alright, I think I'm going to avoid these two. Yeah. That's so I've Quip and I have the Orine legendary. So I'm with you on that. Let's see. I do have an EU account now, so I transferred my alt account over to EU. I should probably make that clear. Let's see. Elevation. So the Zero Hero account is on EU. These dudes are just bum rushing it, which I respect. Where is our friend? Skin variant prices. Oh yeah, no, so I only have done one of the variants. The only variant that I did was the Zaitan one for the dagger. And I was planning on doing it, but with the state of the game, I kind of don't really feel like it. I might end up just going through and doing a bunch of core stuff. Like, once Guild Wars 3 gets released, I'll do a big, like, final push on, like, just a final... I should swap to Heal Firebrand for quickness. Condi Firebrand would be big brain.
Look at this.
But so I don't want to spoil my own video, which actually just went live literally right this minute, but I did a full retrospective on it. And as much as everybody would like for the Doomer video guy to come out and rage about the state of the game, it was not surprising. it was not surprising that they flopped the ending for me anyway. They straight up nerfed this jumping spot. Great. Gantier Wilds was... It was on par with the last three updates, basically. The reason why it was mid... Oh, he still made it. Like, I think it was okay. It's not the end of the world. Everybody's, you know, really upset about the amount of content that was introduced. And I kind of explain why there was such a little amount of content, I guess. Because like all the development resources went into the raid and went into homesteads. I mean, it's pretty simple. All right, let's. So, I think that both Mistburn Barrens and Bavanisos are more or less useless maps outside of Janthir's currencies. That's basically the gist of it. That's what I think about Janthir Wilds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it would have been. I think that the fact that it's like, oh, this is a giant, you know, it's like a Titan that's a giant building. You just go and beat up the walls. I mean, I say it in more blunt terms in the video, but it wasn't anything to write home about, man. Elon Riverlands. That's why I'm like the Spider's Lair meta, even that. Like I think that the meta map itself is pretty alright. From a like an objective perspective, like now that it's released in its entirety, I think Nios is significantly more fleshed out. Granted, we had like 9 months of Nios updates, but it has adventures. It has a lot of different events. Yeah, they're copy pasted everywhere, but like each little section has its own little meta and all that stuff. Bavanisos has like 3 events, and one of them is like the Mersat mirror. Yeah, the fact that they did not capitalize on the Domain of Torment is very depressing. Like that was a huge misstep in my opinion. Like they really should have been like that would have been the ending that we needed. Would have been like after we beat up the organs, we go through the portal and we do a bunch of Shadow Army stuff or whatever in the Domain of Torment. And then it's like, oh my god, we went to the Domain of Torment, guys, blah. But we didn't do that. You go to the Domain of Torment for like 3 seconds in the story. And then they're like, I'm gonna close this rift off forever. It's yeah, it was one of those things that I think, like, when they were in the writing room, right? Because all this stuff ideally is not just planned out patch by patch. Like, they don't release an update and then they're like, where are we going with this? Like, well, we got to figure out how to do this. Like, ideally it's all storyboarded out, right? And planned out from like a year ago, and the writers are doing their writing thing. My, like, and I'm sure that that fleshing out period, that initial scope of the story was probably pretty cool. And then you get and you give your story over to the 5 devs that are working on the game. And they're just like, bro, like, we'll do the best we can do, you know? It's like 5 devs are working on the game. One of them's working on the Wizard's Vault. 2 of them are working on the Raid Wing. And then the other 3 are doing literally everything else. Like, one of them's doing the homesteads. And then the last 2 guys are like having to make 4 maps. Obviously that's a little simplistic, but you could definitely feel that, like, everything is super spread thin. So ArenaNet hasn't given us any communication on how many devs are working on the game. I'll tell you right now, it is not a studio of 360 people. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ashlyn? Ashlyn, I guess? No, there's no confirming that. They're not going to confirm that either. I've argued that they should confirm it. If I had to guess, it's probably like a third. They probably have like 100 people working on live. They have like 100 people working on live, and then they probably have like 200 or 260 working on something else, on unannounced projects. If I were guessing. I know that I would not confirm that if I was ArenaNet. Especially not right now. Like, there needs to be significant communication coming out. I think that the fact that they did not do any kind of expansion 6 hype, like, at the end, like, which it might be strategically done that way, right? Like, they might know that it's like, oh, bro, this ain't gonna be good. Like, we owe them a patch, we owe them an update, but they know that it's gonna flop. Then yeah, they're probably gonna be like, all right, we're gonna let the heat die down a little bit, let everybody kind of forget, let the wound heal a little bit, and then we're gonna announce expansion 6. But it, like, you could definitely tell that there's like negative hype around the game right now. All right, we're done crafting. We're done going to Elon Riverlands. I will go here. It's not a bad time to return to the game. I mean, the thing is that the game is very static.
A scarab's gotten mixed up with the ley magic. Swat him down.
Target identified.
The game is super static, so it's okay to return to the game at any point. You don't need to feel like you're missing out or oh man, like the studio is not doing super great, so the game like I mean I really don't prescribe to that. It's either there's fun to be had or there's not. And depending on how far into the game you are, like your mileage might vary, right? Jesus Christ. Like for instance, for me, I don't really have that much to do in the game. So I come on, I do my weeklies. I transferred my alt account over to EU so that way I could play with some of the EU homies. But for the most part, it's like I don't have anything to do, right? So if you are not where I'm at, where you have like every legendary item for every build, you have every class already maxed out. Like I just send my gold to random people these days. I just let it pile up, then I just send it off. The alt account is a little better. I felt a little more engaged with that because I actually can have goals, right? Like, oh hey, I need to raid for legendary armor. I need to, do some map comp for this item or that item. But when you already have an account that's like fully fleshed out, it's still not the same as it was. Yeah. I mean, and so for me that's kind of how it was too. Like I'm not a big early adopter to a lot of things. I typically am very slow. I let things cook for a while. There are very few things that I've jumped on recently. Like for instance, like the Liza P DLC is a perfect example, right? Like I only discovered Liza P like last year, about 8 months ago, and I'm a huge simp for the game. But it's been out for 2 years, and now the DLC was released. I got it day one, and I have it. I played it a little bit. It's great. It's awesome. It's fun. It's more of the same stuff as the original game, and I'm looking forward to playing it. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh no, if I don't play it on day one, I'm missing out. And that's kind of the mentality that I have with Guild Wars as well. Is like you don't need to be the first guy. You don't need to do worlds first. You don't need to feel like you need to do that stuff. And has the game gotten kind of worse as time has gone on? I mean, not really. I feel like the game has gotten better. There's been a lot of good quality of life recently. So it's fun to look back and be like, oh man, like, remember the glory days? But at the same time, it's like, back when dungeons were the meta, like, nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew how to play this game. There was no, like, healers. There was no boons. There was no anything. Like the really good players had figured out that you could just like blast everything with the berserker gear. But that's kind of the fun of having a new game, right? Is like now everything's kind of solved, everything's figured out. There's no reason, I guess, to feel like you need to play a certain way or whatever, because you could just be like, hey, I'm just figuring it out, and then later on you can get meta. Like that's typically what I do. Like I was playing Last Epoch recently, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just figure out what's going on. No, I already completed all the bounties. 10 events. Flame Legion. Flame Legion. Where's the best place to kill Flame Legion? It's probably in a dungeon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Yeah, well, that's part of the fun, right? Is like I definitely have improved as a gamer. I've like gotten to the point where I feel like I've mastered the game, and then now I'm in like completely washed out. I'm a washed up gamer these days. But back when I was starting this YouTube journey and starting to cover the game, like I was really engaged with it. It was like right before End of Dragons was released. I had just returned from a it was right after End of Dragons was released. And I had just returned and I was like, okay, my new goal is to get Fractal God. And so I just literally every morning I would like this same time slice, I would go and do fractals. Like I would wake up in the morning, I would set up a fractal tier 4 run, I would heal Firebrand, and I would blast out tier 4 fractals in challenge modes every day. And so when I was like, oh, I'm gonna make some content, I just focused on fractals and I focused on heal Firebrand and I focused on, you know, getting people engaged with that content because that is what I found really engaging and fun. And then after that was done, I basically stopped doing fractals altogether. But for the most part, it was, I mean, there's only so much you could do, right? And had fractals been a little different where the rewards, like I feel like that's the a big problem that could be addressed is the way rewards are structured because it's the same thing with raids, right? Like I have thousands of LI that I can't spend on anything valuable. I have, tens of thousands of fractal relics and stuff like that. That sure I could convert them to gold, but what do I spend the gold on? Like at this point, even gold is kind of useless. So it's it's kind of a balancing act, right? But if you don't have those limitations and problems, then yeah, like the game is fine and the updates are fine for the most part. It all depends on if you feel engaged with it. I think most people are okay with learning encounters. I think learning encounters is fun as long as there's like a sweet spot, right? And everybody's sweet spot is a little bit different. I was thinking about that with Souls like games, right? So Lies of P is a Souls like. It's pretty challenging. And with the DLC, they added a difficulty slider. So they had basically three settings. They had legendary stalker mode and then they had awakened puppet mode. It's just, hard, normal, easy. And right now on the DLC, not gonna lie, I'm playing it on easy mode. Now, when I do my actual video on the DLC and I cover that on this channel, is it going to be on easy mode? Is it going to be on normal mode, hard mode? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I found that the game is fun and engaging on easy mode. And I feel that the harder it gets, the more frustrating it gets. And that's how I feel with like some of the raids and raid difficulties and stuff like that is um why am I going to sit here and frustrate myself? How does that do me any good? Yeah, like, and that's the best way to get that balance, because if it's too hard, it's frustrating, and if it's too easy, then it's not engaging. So, like, I would love a baby easy mode raid setting. Like, I still haven't done Wing 8. I might do Wing 8 eventually, but it's hard to coordinate raids. So, the open world PvE is very easy. There are engaging aspects, and that's kind of like where I like tier 4 fractals and the challenge modes, is that they are easy enough that you can farm them, right? But they are also engaging enough that you can only clear them regularly and farm them if you know what you're doing. And I mean, the tier fractal system in essence is like a difficulty scaling. Some people, they just like tier ones. That's what they like. It would be. That is that is something I've also brought up, is that fractals and the fact that there's no tier 5 fractals, it is not the best, right? They should have really capitalized. I don't know what the limitations are. Maybe there's some hard code somewhere that's like 100 is the limit, which is disgusting, right? I'm so sick. Like, that's how you know the game is old, is that it's like you're starting to run into like old engine limitations and old bullshit limitations that are seem to be the justification. I'm doing the Sweet Tongue Harbor event to cheese the 10 events. And then the Wizards Vault UI is like buggy as shit. All right. Another weekly done. Yeah, no, but so Imperial Favor, I actually should probably, one of the things that I always forget to do recently that I should never forget to do, because that is one of the goals that I actually, why am I in combat right now? Let me go. One of the things that I should always do is I always should buy my antique summoning stones. Sub Zoro. Yeah, man. I think it's chill because I don't ever plan on actually making money or actually like doing this for a living. I'm just here to have fun, man. I'm not gonna sell my soul to try to make a buck. I probably should put on some chill tunes, right? That's usually what I do. Let's find some let's find some there we go. Now we're really chilling. What's up, Fandral? You liked my Don't let ArenaNet know that you like my Doomer videos, man. Otherwise, you're never gonna be a partner. The death of the referral link. Great. Love to see it. All right. Now, here's where it gets spicy. I'm gonna switch to my my EU account. And if I did the OBS right, I should not dox myself. I've noticed that EU is significantly more active at this time, by the way. All right, we should be back. There we go. For money, we're doing some. Yeah, there. So I need to get my antique summoning stones, and I need to get all of my imperial favor and stuff for the Oreen legendaries. Like, so this game, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm gonna grind and play, you know, 5 days a week, because there are just other games that are more engaging that I enjoy more. However, as I do still have some goals that I would like to complete. I don't need Spider's Lair, champions, and so it's for the Oreen legendaries and the variants. That's the reason why I need to collect them, and I do have over 100, so it's one of those things that I'm just collecting them. I don't know if John ArenaNet still works at ArenaNet anymore. This is why I need gold. I need to get infinite mining kits on the alt account. I don't know. I'm never going to be a partner. I do plan on making better and better videos, though. That is something that is on my list. Some of them will be Guild Wars 2 focused still, but I'm going to start making videos about other shit as well. Jeez. Yeah, so I have like 6 Oreen legendaries total right now, most of the duplicates. So all the ones that I would make are for the Facet of Light and Dragons. Facet of Light and Dragons, I guess, pronunciation. So wondering if you have any particular in mind. I think the next one that I need to make is the mace. I think that's the last of the duplicates that I don't have yet, but there's very few mace builds outside of like Soul Beast was running mace for a little while, and now it's running, I think, spear, right? Spear mace. So it's all up in the air, really. Do you guys? The EU has its own version of Praxis. Coddler's Cove jumping puzzle. Coddler's Cove. I think it's in Timberlands Falls. Oh, dude, I can't while I'm on a guild hall. Guild Wars 2 Battle of the Loading Screens. Jesus. Teleport to friends should be able to work outside of a guild hall. Let's try this again. I have all the quality of life I need. I have my Mistlock, Portal Tome, and I have my Teleport to Friend. That's all you need in Guild Wars. Yeah. They should, Fandral. The dude, I don't know if you resonated with my homestead rant in the video, but yeah, the homesteads are, I don't know why they built them the way they did. It was one of those opportunities where it's like, we're getting homesteads, and it's like, oh, sweet. And then, like, I wasn't super hype about it because I'm not really big into that kind of gaming, but like, I understand the opportunity there, right? Like, I understand that people do like The Sims. People do like decorating their house, you know? Like, I do that in real life. Like, that's my last weekend. I did like 6 trips to Home Depot. Most of it was fixing stuff, but like, I do like doing stuff like that. Yeah. No, that is exactly what I was thinking. Was like, oh, damn. So like, I can either set my homestead, like just have a little checkbox that says like allow visitors or something. And then that way when I'm offline, like, I mean, your homestead exists, right? Like, it exists in the ether of the server somewhere. Now's your chance to play with me if anybody wants to. If anybody's on EU right now. I am E-Park, destroyer of the fractals. Yeah, no, I haven't done anything in my homestead either, man. But that's part of the reason why, is because there's no reason to. It's super expensive, and there's no reason to. I know people like Hellmasker. Hellmasker's homestead is freaking awesome. But the only time that you ever see anything is like on a stream, you know? Discovered something fun. Planted shadow fruit. Do you how by... Oh, God. Brutal. Alright, we can get started. Yeah, the shadow fruit farm. I have not engaged with that at all. I engaged a little bit with the shards when the other farms came out, like when the legendary spear came out, and the shards of Janthir Sindri and that farm, but I'm beyond farming. There's no point. I'm about to get wrecked by level 2 bird. Yeah, the Lightborn weapons. Did I get credit for that champion? I did. Nice. Oh. Zytaffy. Dude, honestly, the amount of effort that you put into doing analysis on Guild Wars 2 what I need you to do instead is just analyze options trades and fucking Greeks and deltas and shit. And just let me know what like 7 DTE options I should buy. Let's imagine the amount of gold you can make if you just gold to gems all of your options contract winnings. Yeah, see, that's how you could afford to be a streamer, man. I could barely afford to like have a 9-to-5 job. But that's just because California is the way it is. Zero DT. Yeah. Yeah, don't miss make sure you download Truth Social if you're gonna do some zero DTE options. My buddy had spy puts. He had spy puts, zero DTE, and then that is the day of the Donald Trump "It's a great time to buy." He would just watch his money evaporate. I was like, yeah, well, that's the stock market for you. You don't know what you're doing. Did you hit on some of them though, or no? One of my buddies, he does a lot of scalping, so he does a lot of short options trades. Sometimes, most of the time, he does trades, and then they're like full day trades. Like he'll catch, he buys at the money options, and then he'll just wait for he'll play the resistance. He'll play the resistance and the supports, and one of those things that I'm on board with it. Him doing his thing, whatever. But I don't have the money to just put into the meat grinder. I'm not super risk adverse. Like I'm okay with risk, but yeah, it's So do you do any of that still, Pandro? I know you used to be in investments, stuff like that professionally, but you still play with your own money? Oh, Robinhood. Robinhood has no fees. It's time to get back into it. It's time to get back on the addiction, dude. The money train. Oh yeah. What is this guy doing? A fin tuber? Dude, honestly, if you became a financial YouTuber, you would make significantly more money. I think that you're kind of in the same boat as I am though, where you're not really trying to make money based on all your streams. You know, your YouTube was kind of an outlet for mental health and other things, right? And for me, it was literally just something to do. But the more, what's up, Gus? How you doing, man? The more that I learn about, the more that I learn about YouTube and CPM and RPM and all of that shit, I'm like, dude, I should just start a fucking health and fitness brand. Oh, really? There's Fit and Rich. I'm injured right now. I have a bruised rib and I have a fucked up shoulder. But yeah, I'm definitely down to do workout stuff. The main issue with me is that so I work in a place that I'd rather not disclose, and I work with a lot of sensitive things, I guess we could say. So that's the reason why I'm like so heavy on privacy, and I do my best not to dox myself and not give out too much information. It's definitely not because I'm like shy or I'm insecure about looks or appearances or anything like that. It's literally because people on the internet are insane, you know? So oh no. Will I make it? I did. I probably could have just sky scaled out of there to begin with, right? I didn't have to run out. Oh god. Yeah, I really don't have active social media either. The only social media I have is like YouTube Studio. All of my friends are my YouTube community. Swings by. Chrono is immortal. It's about as immortal as you can get in the game. Actually, it's the Revenant. Revenant is the king of immortality. This latency. This EU latency, man. Connecting to across the pond. I don't know where the servers are. What is my latency at? Oh, that's not too bad. 174. Disgusting. He's in what, New Zealand? Connor Concarne? Australia? Some of my buddies, there's a dude named Ops that comments sometimes, but I knew him before I was anybody on YouTube. I was like at, I think like 700 subscribers or some shit when I joined his group, and he was they were progging. He's a New Zealander, and he plays Spectre, Heal Spectre on HTCM. And I'm just like, bro, like, you just love to not play an easy ass class, bro. Like, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, he was progging it with his group. Super nice dude. I mean, Gus, the reason why I say that it's disgusting is because I'm spoiled. I am a spoiled American man. All right. Anything, you know, if my browser takes more than 1 second, 1 millisecond to load, I am disgusted, and I'm like, what is this? 1991? Go beat up a homeless dude. Imagine that bounty. They're like, hey, bro, there's this homeless dude out in the desert. Go beat his ass up. Doric the Wanderer. My man is just minding his own business. Then the entire packed fleet comes and just, like, jumps him. I like Connor Concarne's videos, man. He does a good job on his editing. You and him do both do a good job. I'm on DaVinci Resolve now, so it's been a little bit of a learning curve. Some of my initial switchover ones are a little shakier, but I have some like actual. So Fandral, I don't know if you know a guy. There's a YouTuber. His name is James Lee, and he is an animator. And he does a lot of VFX on top of live footage. His videos are super weird. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, they're like very strange. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, like he's my favorite YouTuber or anything. That'd be a self-report a little bit, but he is a very, very talented animator, and I am going to try to incorporate some of those elements. Like, I think I figured out. Yeah, I'll link one of his videos. So that way you can take a look at it, because it's strange. What most people get turned off by is he does a lot of audio tuning on his vocals, and so it can be kind of hard to listen to. He's not a gaming YouTuber. He's literally like just in his own world. I don't even know what kind of niche it is. I guess it'd be like animation, cinematography almost. But that's his that's a video that I saw from him that kind of introduced me to his channel. And the way that he, like, I think that you can appreciate it especially, but I think everybody can enjoy the video. But from a creator standpoint, seeing the way that he structures his video and having little things like having his like storytelling, like there's a point in that video where he's like, I have 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, like, and it's in the script, but that's like the number of seconds that are left in the video. It's very impressive to see like how everything is packaged. And so if you could get past the vocal fry audio distortion, yeah, it's and the amount of editing and VFX that he does on his videos is like it's actually very impressive. I think that from a video editing standpoint, you would, yeah. I think that's the reason why people have a hard time with him, is because it's just kind of hard to listen to. But for me, I'm just like, dude, I appreciate the art for what it is, right? That's like I recognize the talent that goes into that. It's very visually strange. But I'm going to try to incorporate some of those elements into my videos, because I see a lot of the larger gaming channels and gaming commentary channels, which I do like gaming commentary. I do like covering different games, and I do like the idea of being able to like play offline or play privately, you know, doing like private members only streams and stuff, and play privately for the select audience that wants to see the games, and then using larger, heavily edited, very polished videos to kind of grow the channel in that way. Because there are channels that have, 30 videos up that are super well done, that are significantly larger, that are significantly more views per month than this channel is, And I'm not sitting here trying to be a somebody or whatever. But if I can make one video per 2 months that is really, pops off and is heavily edited, very polished, has a very cohesive story, and it does, like, let's say 50,000 views in a month or in 2 months, then I basically 2x'd my monthly view count. And so instead of trying to cast a super wide net, I'm being more directed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So back in March, I did an experiment, and March was a very good month for the channel because I had a lot of growth. But all I did was basically test the theory that I am going to literally do everything that I know is like evergreen content, everything that I know is going to get a lot of views. Like, so I did Immortal open world build guides, I did new player open world guides, I did ultimate beginner guide videos, and like those were 3 videos that I did in that month, and each of them like blew up. They each had 30,000 views on them, and across the month, right? And they still are getting views. Like, they're still feeding the channel views. But the problem is that those types of videos for me are very uninspired. They're very repetitive. Like, I mean, every creator that maybe I'm a cynic, but when I see, somebody like Caffeinated Dad put a video out for the game, like he puts a video out like why you should play Guild Wars 2 in 2025. It's like, it's literally, to me, it just is like you are just 100% farming new players. And I get it. I recognize it. I understand it. Completely get it. I don't hate on it. Those videos are helpful to people, right? But for me to make a video like that, it's just so unengaging and uninspired, and it's I'm doing a video for work is what it feels like. It's like, it feels like I'm at freaking college and I need to like put together a university presentation about some shit that I don't care about, and it's like, oh yeah, I get a good grade, you know what I mean? Yeah, can I do it? Absolutely. I could write a script and put together some good points that I feel are valuable, but I'm just like, that's not what I like to do. Like, I would rather put some thought in, try to explore unique perspectives on different stuff, or share my personal thoughts and how I feel about the situation. Now, does that get views? Fuck no, it doesn't. Nobody cares. You are a commodity. Nobody cares what your thoughts are as a YouTuber. Nobody cares what Silhouette Gaming thinks about anything. Like, but it's okay. Like, I would rather scream into the void and do something that I personally am proud of than just like grind on stuff that I know will get views, because at the end of the day, I have a 9-to-5 job. I don't need money, So I'm not doing this to transition my career. But all of the YouTube stuff does help me justify to my wife on why I should be allowed to play games. So all the support basically goes to her. to, I'm like, hey babe, you know, like, you want to go to a water park? You know, let me edit some videos. Yeah. Well, that's the good example, Gus. Very good example. I mean, I don't even think my videos are good, quote unquote, right? Like, I think that they're interesting. You know, I think that I try to make them as good as I can for what they are. But on some of these larger projects that I'm working on, they're going to be a cut above. There's, you know, instead of it being like 2 or 3 days worth of work putting it together, it's going to be like a month worth of work, you know. Oh yeah, that water park, dude. I'm still like, I got sick, I got injured. I basically paid a water park money to like be like, hey man, just fuck me up, dude. That's basically what I did. How close are we to being done with this? I need events and I need crafting resources. I think I ran around. Where's a good place to? I'm gonna just have to. I have to hit all the rich nodes up. Minikati Hizuru. I actually went to your channel after your last comment, your comment about Homelander, and I watched some of your videos, and I had no idea what Infinite Nikki even was, but now I do, and I blame you for it. All right. Fun fashion game. Yeah, no. I was like, what is this? And then it led me to, like, your video led me to another video talking about how it basically like was kind of revolutionary in the gacha space because like it wasn't just a Coomer like Coomer waifu collector game. It was like a fashion dress up game. And I was like, oh, all right. Like, that's like, I ended up like, and then like, it was a video that was like 20 minutes long. And I was like 10 minutes into it. And I was like, why am I watching this shit? I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna play this game. Because it was about like how they like heavily monetized it or something. They like screwed up their monetization. So they went from like a 4-star rating to like a 1.5-star rating or something. I don't know. It was weird. I was like, dude, there's spaces within the gaming sphere that I don't even know exist yet. It was great. I need one more. Oh, I have no gathering tools? Dude, I already burned an entire gathering set. Pints? I don't know if I know who that is, Fandrel. I don't know. Pint of. There are a lot of people that do storytelling better than I do. Oh yeah, this is disgusting. I just botched that rotation so horribly. Yeah, hopefully I will be in that category eventually. I still have a lot to learn. I mean, the main thing is that I only get like a few hours a day to actually do anything with YouTube. So, like this little morning stream and stuff like that, it's really the only time that I have available. I'm getting ready to go to work, but I am gonna kill this golem 3 more times. At least with Fandral here, I do have the justification of my YouTube description is now accurate. Let's see. All right, that's that. I have a full inventory. I need to do my inventory clean out on this guy, dude. Just delete everything. All right, Wizard's Vault finally loaded. Good start. Dude, bro. EU. What's up, Thomas? Thomas. I'm really bad with accents on names. Thomas Correa Asucano. I did not craft legendary armor in EU. I do have Envoy 2. So I needed to, where I left off on the Zero to Hero series was I needed to finish up. This is going to be Condi Vert gear, right? Like, should be pretty straightforward. But I needed to get trinkets for it, and then I needed to grind raids, which I have, I think, like 50 LI or something left. How many do you need? 150? I need 19 more raids kills. It's 150, right? 25 each. So. Oh, yeah, no, I'm from the US. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from the US and I'm from California, which means I'm also retarded. So, one of the worst. I was public school educated here in the poor side of California. So, yeah, everything's expensive. Everybody's on drugs, and yeah, it's not the best place to live. But it is a place to live. So, and it is where I RNG spawned. So I didn't get to choose. I just showed up here one day, you know. But with that, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, everybody that stopped by, especially everybody that participated in chat. I know that you guys talking with me and having some funny bants are great. The beaches in California are some of them are beautiful. I will say that. Some of them are beautiful. Most of them have a lot of homeless people. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoy the new vid on Janthier Wilds, and I will be back next Monday with some more live stream stuff and hopefully another video. We'll see what's going on. We're kind of in a drought right now, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later.